Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is John with Tommy's Top Picks here to bring you your weekly flesh and blood market update. It's another quiet one. Yeah, not too much to go over. A couple things dripped down, but not that much. Yeah, so let's just jump into it. Nothing happened in Unlimited again. Look at this. Look at this. This has got to be a record amount of time that Unlimited is not going crazy. Nothing's happened for over a month now. Yeah, I think that's a record. Going all the way back. We've never had that much of a quiet time. It's very interesting. Moving on to first edition. Only thing in the boxes that's worth noting is Crew is down to 552, down 9.21%. Continual decline. We'll watch this. We're basically looking to see where it lands, and we did get that spike all the way up to 900, which we said was insane, and this is what happens when you go insane. Now, pre-insane, we're at 538, so I guess we're kind of back to that now. We'll look at the charts, but that's kind of where it is. First edition cases, Crew is down 10.01% to 3154 from 3500. There was one box that sold a little bit higher than this. I think it was 3,400 or 3,300, something like that recently. But nothing really sells on TCG players, so you got to take this with a grain of salt. And then the last thing worth noting is Dusk Till Dawn dropped 5%. I don't really count this as real data. It's all pre-sale stuff, so not really gonna dwell on that one. All right, I did want to talk about a couple cards. First off, this is a very strange one. For some reason, despite Dusk Till Dawn being a next set, Phantasmal Footsteps is at 178. I know Tommy and I discussed this, but I wanted to dig in a little bit deeper. Dug through some of the history here. And the rainbow foils were at 210 like a month ago. 190. Well, that's a light played one. Let's move 209, 180. Again, light played, so 189. I think maybe the light plays are throwing the market off a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here or why this is coming down. It does seem to be coming down 178 currently. Probably a steal, if you think about it, because we're going to have Dusk Till Dawn coming. This is assuming there's no light footsteps equivalent sort of thing happening. But yeah, I thought I'd point that out. Rampart is way low and continuing to decline. $43 is crazy low. Not a bad time to pick it up, in my opinion. Even 74 for the cold foil seems very reasonable. This will come back. There's no doubt about it. Mage Master Boots. Okay, so I want to point this one out in comparison to something else that's happening. So a lot of you probably know the gold foils have been getting bought up. Essentially, there's none left. I think a few commons are left. Most of them have a sale within the past couple of weeks. Sorry, you can't see that. Most have a sale within the past couple of weeks. And it's interesting to see how this has progressed. Now, what I wanted to point out is we know there's 100 population of this particular card. It's not even all out in the market yet, but it's about 100, and we're pricing it at about $1,000, or if you want to go by a sale price, $800, right? With only 100 in population, why is this $850? We know it's one in every 10,000 boxes. Do we think they only did what? 100,000 boxes, 10 of them? Price should this be? I think, well, I guess we don't actually know the print runs, right? So this is the speculative part here. Is the print run 1 million boxes? No. Is the print run 100,000 boxes? No. Because, well, presumably no. It's probably 200,000, 300,000, somewhere in that range, because that's what we saw with the limited and unlimited versions that we've seen the numbers for so far, right? And so what we're looking at here is, call it 500,000, right? It's half the population of a common, a gold foil common. So it should be twice the price. Is this a steal? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure anyone knows yet. But it is something to keep in mind. It's a thought. It's definitely, I have my eye on it. I'm not sure I'm going to buy it. I can see this continuing to drip down. We haven't had a sale since March. There's several listed at $850 price range. So I don't know. I'm not really sure where this deserves to be. I may actually end up getting an Emperor after all. I guess it depends on where the price ends up. But thought that data was interesting. All right, let's jump into the charts. Unlimited was boring. There was nothing there. What do we say? We wanted to look at Crew. I probably want to look at Mon. And that's probably all we'll look at. So going into first edition, let's look at Crew here real quick. Yeah, we're seeing this drip off here. It's fallen off. Let's see. So this is the real chart that I care about. Yeah, so we're still just barely above this high from before. If we hold, we're good. If not, this entire thing was just a false, fake out move kind of bubble situation. It's good to see the premium staying intact though. Moving on to Mon, because I think that's an interesting one. Yeah, we're okay, so this is pretty cool. Just cruising down to this flat line here. This is bouncing off a bottom, up, bounce off a bottom. We'll see what happens the next week or two if it stays at this height, which I think it should with the Dusk Till Dawn thing coming out. Then we're at a pretty stable new plateau, and that's worth, noting that our data has shown it accurate and all the rest. We're seeing the same thing at this level, the box level as well. So pretty interesting to see if this will hold up. This is actually still upwards, so we'll give it another week or two on that one. But if it holds, then we're at a new plateau. And that's really it this week. I'm sorry, this is a short one. It's a quiet one. There's not much going on, but it is a pretty quiet week. And I hope you guys are out there cracking packs, playing games, and enjoying this hobby that we love. Until next time, have a good one.